Let's talk about your fight. Big one, Yushin Okami coming up next month. Talk about the matchup itself, kind of what you think. Obviously, two of the biggest names in the sport.
Yeah, man, I'm really excited to fight Yushin. I was surprised that he was going to make the cut down to 170. It'll be interesting. I had put out to Ali and them that I was up for fighting at 185 in order to stay busy. I still am. So when the fight was first offered, I thought it was going to be for an 85-pound fight, but he wanted to make the cut down. So I'm excited to fight a big name like Yushin. He's a tough guy. I've watched his career for a long time. I think he's somebody who's kind of flown under the radar for how good he is. But I'm really looking forward to fighting him, testing myself against him, and getting back to my ways and putting more beatdowns on people.
I think a lot of people assumed it was the #1 contender fight anyway. Then things have kind of evolved the way they have in the division. What news has
almost became a title fight?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to ask. I mean, what has World Series said to you? Have they told you what the implications are? I mean, is it still a #1 contender fight? Is it potentially, could they change it to a title fight? What do you think?
You know, nothing's ever cemented, but it's pretty much probably going to be a contender fight. Winner of that would probably be up most likely against Jake Shields when he comes off his suspension. Whatever, I'm not sure how long his suspension was. But it would be an opportunity for me to fight at 85 in between that time, too, if it's too long, because I don't want to wait till June to fight for the title, you know. I'd rather fight somebody else at 85 or even welterweight if they wanted to do that before that time to stay busy. You know, I don't like fighting only twice a year. I'd rather fight 3 to 4 times a year. It's better, I think. But, yeah, I think implications could be another title shot after this fight.
What's your take on Rousimar Palhares? I mean, you were very open and honest with your criticism of him. We still don't know what's going to happen with the Nevada State Athletic Commission, but should they reinstate him? Should World Series decide they want to use him? I mean, would you fight the guy again, or do you think he should be gone?
You know, this is one of those things, too. I'll stand up for him, too. You know, he's taken a lot of dirty shots at people holding on to submissions. He held on to mine, I think, a little bit too long. But I think the blame falls on the commission. I'm going to blame the commission first. This is the commission's fault. It never should have gotten to the 6th time. How does it ever get to the 6th time? If this was the 6th marijuana offense, where would his suspension be, right? So how did it get to 6 times? This should have been happened, you know, the first time Mike Kyle didn't stop when years ago, didn't stop hitting the guy when the ref stopped it, and multiple people had to pull him off the guy. He had to go through extensive counseling, all kinds of other stuff to get reinstated. He had to go through a major process. His career was almost over. He had to really pay heed and pay dues to get back. That never happened with Palhares. He never learned his lesson. He was never taught a lesson. If you're not going to punish a guy for his actions, he's going to just keep doing it. Continue to keep doing it, right? This falls squarely on the shoulders of the commission. It's the commission's fault. There's a lot of fighters who are injured, and there's fighters who may have had time taken off of their career because of those injuries they received from the submissions being held for too long. You know, I still have a little bit of a limp in my leg that'll probably be there forever. You know, and that's just tightness from scar tissue. It's going to happen when that type of stuff happens. But again, I don't blame Palhares. I blame the commission.
I don't want to seem like we're beating up on the commission, but I have been asking.
I'll beat up on them because I think it's criminal the way they're treating people. There's no standard across the board. It's different from one commission to another commission. We need some kind of, if we're going to have a commission, it needs to be a nationally body that governs over everything, or just get rid of them completely. Why do we need a commission? If we had a strong fighters association, we should be able to negotiate and handle all the things that the commission does within itself.
Makes sense. Well, let me ask you.
NFL, NHL, NBA, they don't have a state-governed commission. Why does this sport? I don't understand.
I gotta ask, social activism, is it in your future when fighting is over? Do you think you're gonna be a politician?
I'm just gonna speak my mind. I mean, my family has been in this country before it was a country. My blood runs deep in this country. We fought for revolution. We fought in the Civil War. We're fighters. We fight. That's what we do. I'm going to keep speaking my mind. Everybody else needs to keep speaking their mind. It's not so much speaking to power, telling truth to power. It's telling truth to each other, speaking to each other. People just need to educate each other, you know. An individual is a smart person, but when they're, you know, force-fed propaganda for years and years and years, you know, it gets tougher. And then we end up getting oppressed for stupid reasons. So, I mean, people just need to stand up and fight for what's right. If you don't like the way the world is right now, it's because you're not fighting for what's right.